G'day YouTube. So I'm having a debate with a guy about the new moon. He says everything I see is normal. I disagree. Okay, so I went and I found this program. It's called Solar System 3D. It's an app. Anyone can download this. So we'll go and we'll open that up. I'm already kind of set up for where I want to be for this, but we'll go back to that in a minute. So I'm going to push the info button here. This is going to tell us a little bit about the program and where they get their information for their coordinates and all that sort of stuff. So we'll go down here. Oh, Earth is the third planet. Sorry, let me find the right thing. We'll deal with the moon. Click on moon, and then we'll go to info again up here. Info. Okay. So I'll go down here to read more. It takes us to a Wikipedia link about the moon. That's all fine and dandy. Looks like Wikipedia is in need of some financial support. Okay, let's move on. Go down here. We're going to go to contents. And we'll look down here. So you can see that while I'm doing this. Atmosphere, dust, relationship to Earth, orbit. Where is it? There we go, right here. Okay. Now, if you can see this, people. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, the ecliptic. Okay. You see the blue line is the Earth's orbit. Okay. In relation to the sun. So, in other words, the sun is, follow that blue line, follow that blue line there all the way out to wherever, and that's where the sun is. We go around the sun on that flat plane ecliptic around. It doesn't change. However, the moon's orbit to us is tilted by 5.14 degrees. So it's off of the ecliptic, our ecliptic to the sun by 5.14 degrees. Okay, and this guy's arguing with me that that's the reason the moon is so far away from the sun, from our perspective, that we can't see it during the new moon phase because it's not close enough to the sun to see, between us and the sun, to be a solar eclipse or to be visible in any way. At least that's what I'm getting from his argument. So I'm going to show you something here that I found, and we're going to go back to solar system. We'll click back on the Earth. Now, let's try and keep my fingers away from this. I'm trying to do this with two. It's a bit of a slack program. It is definitely not the best, but we're going to aim this at the sun. I'm trying to hold. Now you can see right now, the moon compared to the sun is way big, but I'll fix that. Okay, I'm going to pull back. Slow program. Give me a minute here. Oh, it's not focusing on the center of the sun. All you're seeing is the glare. Okay, well, there's an orange dot in the center of that sun. I wonder if I can do anything with this. Oh yeah, there we go. Well, a little bit. Maybe I can alter something here. Oh, crap. Okay, well, I think that's the best I'm going to get. Okay, but you can see the orange center there, I think. Zoom in a little more. Okay, now what I'm going to do is try and shrink the moon down so it is the same size as the center of that glare you're seeing. Hopefully you see the yellow spot. I'm going to put the moon, it's pretty close, a little bit smaller actually. So, Molly beat it. No, that's pretty good. That covers perfect. Okay. That's the same size as the orange dot in the middle. I know it's hard to see right now because, sorry for the wheel. But you can test this yourself. Go to the program I showed you. But that black dot that you see there is exactly the same size as the orange dot in the middle of that glare. That is the sun. Okay? Now I'm going to push reset and we'll start the ball rolling here. Now before we get too far, I'll slow it down a bit. Now what I'm going to do I'll let it run a little bit while it's behind. Our daytime, okay, our daytime, we're facing the sun, and the new moon is caused, or a solar eclipse is caused when our moon over here, oops, sorry, I'm drifting off here. When our moon here comes around and ends up in between us and the sun, okay, that is the new moon phase. That is also the same phase, the same mechanics that causes a solar eclipse. Now, this program is made using the coordinates and the angles, the 5.14 orbital tilt, as we've seen on Wikipedia. Okay? And I see it. It's not perfectly aligned every time, and that's fine. But my point is when I keep the sun, because our daytime, the center of the sun facing our Earth as we rotate is in the center of the sun. Sorry, in the center, yeah, like so. Okay, well, a little bit off there. Let's go back down a bit lower. We'll get that sun right in the middle of the Earth, and that should give us our ecliptic, give or take. Now everything is moving. Sorry for drifting there again. I'm trying to reach around and do this. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. I have a speed control here. Let me zoom out a bit for you. Maybe that'll help. I'm not getting so sloppy. Okay, we're. You can see it shows you the time of day and so on. It'll track that as it goes. But I'm gonna back up a bit, zoom in a bit. I'm gonna speed it up. There's a little control here. I can go faster or slower. So I'm gonna make it go faster a bit, and I'll try and stop it when the moon is in the right position or close enough that. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. That's not the moon you see right there. That's Mercury. It says so underneath. But I'm going to move the Earth back over a bit. Try and keep the sun. Trying to watch your screen and this screen at the same time. Okay, now the whole program moves. The sun moves as the Earth rotates around the sun, and the Earth moves as the moon rotates around it. So it's kind of, you got to line it up. So it works good. So there, the sun, again, is roughly, a little bit low, I guess. Bear with me. Okay, the sun is about the center. I guess it's a matter of how high and low I'm looking at this, but not easy handling two devices at the same time. So we'll speed it up again a little bit. And stop. Oh, no, a little more. Here comes the moon into the glare of the sun. And when that gets right close, you'll see. Here, let's stop it there for a second. Now, maybe I line this up a little more so that the sun is in the middle of the Earth. Even though it's not perfect, this proves my point I'm trying to make with this argument with this guy. Okay, so the sun is in the middle of the Earth. Where are we here? The sun is in the middle of the Earth, which puts that all at the proper ecliptic for the sun in relation to the Earth in relation to the sun. And that big glare you see, the big black dot you see is the moon. The little black dot you see is Mercury. But my point being is that if there's a 5.14 degree difference in the ecliptic of the moon to the Earth versus the Earth to the sun, this guy's saying the Earth would be too far away. Well, I just made it so that the sun and the moon are the same size. So regardless of distance, you're still going to have them lining up to some degree. So, it might not be perfect, but if you're telling me that somebody on the Earth at the top here, even if this is down a bit, let's make a small adjustment here, see what happens. Even if we're looking at it from a different degree, and let's say it's 10 degrees, like so maybe, we're still in the zone that we should be seeing a big black spot in the sky every month as a new moon, if not a partial eclipse, and maybe occasionally a complete eclipse, a complete full eclipse, solar eclipse. So, this is my point to the guy, okay? I hope this clarifies things. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to argue like you're some asshole and I'm just, Mr. Know-It-All. I don't know it all. But I know what I see. And I see that every time this thing goes around the sun, and I'll keep it going here, or every time this moon goes around us, I keep the Earth roughly on the ecliptic, as close as I can to the sun. Every time that moon comes around, and here it comes again, it's coming, here it comes. Let's keep the Earth right there in the center as I can. Oh, look, there it goes again in front of the sun. And I've let this thing run 10 times around, and it still does the same thing. It still comes in front of the sun to a degree that it should be obvious. There's no backing out of it. Even your 5.14 degree tilt, it doesn't justify that we don't see at least a partial eclipse every month during the new moon. Or at the very least, a big black spot in the sky. So, I'm going to stop this. And, that's my point. We should see, from our perspective, you keep that sun in the middle, that moon should be blocking a part of the sun almost every month. And it doesn't. So, according to the heliocentric model that is presented to us in science and apps and technology and all that good stuff that everybody just eats up like candy. Well, here's your technology, okay? And here's your computer science and all that stuff. And not that it's all bad, but you're busted, You should be seeing a black dot in the sky every month for the new moon. And we don't. So, hands down, this is the argument, and here it is visually. They're the same size, that sun and moon. So, yeah. There you have it. Peace out.